Good evening and welcome to NDTV. I am Ankit Tyagi. Let's quickly start with our top focus at this moment. In fact, amidst the ongoing crisis between India and Canada over the assertions that have been made by the Canadian government and specifically for the Prime Minister of India's hand as far as killing of Khalistani terrorist Nijjar is concerned. Now, for the first time, a top US diplomat has backed Justin Trudeau's allegation, saying that the Indian government agents who are behind the killing of Khalistani terrorist Hardeep Singh Nijjar on Canadian soil. US Ambassador to Canada David Cohen has, in an interview to Canada's CTV news channel, said that there was shared intelligence among Five Eyes partner that informed Trudeau public allegations of potential link between the government of India and the murder of a Canadian citizen. Now, Khalistani terrorist Hardeep Singh Nijjar. Now, Five Eyes Network is an intelligence alliance consisting of United States, United Kingdom, Australia, Canada and New Zealand. It is both surveillance-based and signals intelligence. Meanwhile, back home in India, a massive crackdown has been launched against the Khalistani extremist. The NIA has gone ahead and has now said that there are 19 Khalistani sympathizers, terrorists, whose properties will be seized as far as the Indian government is concerned. Remember, this has come after the government has already, the NIA has already seized the property, Indian properties of SJF terrorist and Khalistani sympathizer Gurvatwan Singh Panu. Now, amid the ongoing diplomatic tussle between India and Canada, the Canada Education Fair was held with the participation of students from Canadian universities in New Delhi. Students and parents are positive about the situation for Indians in Canada. Dilnashi Zehra, in fact, spoke to few students.
So today we are at the Surya Hotel where the Canadian admission workshop is just going on. What's your concerns and the willing to send your daughter to the Canada? What's your plan?
That's only political issue. Nothing behind that, and we are happy to go there.
Concern, ma'am, देखो safety का है. कहीं ना कहीं safety का issue तो रहता ही है because आप एक unknown land में हो, आपके साथ कहीं भी कुछ भी हो सकता है, but कहते हैं जहाँ पे जिसकी डेस्टिनी लिखी है उसके साथ वो होना ही है.
जो कंसल्टेंट आए हैं, जो काउंसलर आए हैं, इनसे सेटिस्फाइड हैं आप बातचीत करने में कि जो वो अश्योरेंस दे रहे हैं?
नहीं, वो तो एश्योरेंस दे रहे हैं, वो कह रहे हैं कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है.
So the situation in the news is bit tense, and in terms of politically it is bit tense, but for the international students I don't think so. It is as such.
So I don't think this tension, this problem is going to pursue for so long. The diplomats will definitely talk with each other and they will try to resolve the problem as soon as possible.
Parents are much more, willing to send their kids to the Canada. They are concerned a little bit, but they are more positive in the perspective to send their kids and to pursue and get successful there at the Canada. From New Delhi, Dilnashi Zehra for NDTV.
Meanwhile, as I told you earlier, that there has been 19 now Khalistani terrorists whose whose list has been prepared by the NIA, and their properties will be attached. Big action, crackdown as far as the Indian agencies are concerned on Khalistani elements back home in India. Staying with foreign relations, the two sides, in fact, at this moment between Nepal and China, there is news coming in at this moment about Nepal's support as far as the China's border Belt Road initiative is concerned. It has been said that both the countries have supported each other and issues concerning each other's core interests and major concerns. This is what President Xi, in fact, has said. Meanwhile, this has been in context with the Belt and Road Corporation and the Trans-Himalayan Multidimensional Connectivity Network, which is taking shape, where Nepal becomes an important, in fact, transit point. Now, Nepal needs to transform itself from a landlocked country to a land-linked country, is what at least China's pitch to Nepal is. Meanwhile, Prachanda, the leader, in fact, in Nepal has said that Nepal highly appreciates the Belt and Road Initiative and will actively participate in the cooperation of this initiative that is also to promote construction of the Trans-Himalayan multidimensional connectivity network. Remember, this comes at a time when India is actively looking at alternatives to counter Chinese threat as far as the Belt and the Road Initiative of China is concerned.
नेपाल के प्रधानमंत्री पुष्प कमल दहल प्रचंड ने शनिवार को एशियन गेम्स उद्घाटन समारोह में हिस्सा लिया और इसके बाद उन्होंने हांगझाऊ में चीन के राष्ट्रपति शी जिनपिंग से मुलाकात की। प्रचंड 23 से 25 सितंबर तक चीन के राजकीय दौरे पर हैं। इस मुलाकात के दौरान नेपाल की तरफ से 7 चीनी बंदरगाहों तक पहुंच बनाने के लिए परिवहन पारगमन समझौते की खबर है। बॉर्डर एंड रोड इनिशिएटिव की 9 परियोजनाओं के चयन की भी बात सामने आई है, जो कि भारत को नागवार गुजरना स्वाभाविक है। बीआरआई का भारत प्रबल विरोधी रहा है, क्योंकि इससे जुड़ा चाइना पाकिस्तान इकोनॉमिक कॉरिडोर पाकिस्तान के कब्जे वाले कश्मीर के इलाके से गुजरता है। बीआरआई का इस्तेमाल चीन भारत के खिलाफ रणनीतिक तौर पर करने की कोशिश करता रहा है। चीन की हमेशा से कोशिश नेपाल को अपने अधिक से अधिक प्रभाव में लेने की रही है। शी और प्रचंड के मुलाकात के दौरान चीन के राष्ट्रपति ने नेपाल के पीएम से कहा कि आप नेपाल और चीन की दोस्ती के प्रति समर्पित हैं और बेल्ट और रोड सहयोग के प्रबल समर्थक रहे हैं, जिसकी मैं सराहना करता हूं। चीन और नेपाल पहाड़ों और नदियों के जरिए जुड़े हुए हैं और हम अपनी दोस्ती को नई ऊंचाई पर ले जाने को तत्पर हैं। दरअसल चीन को हमेशा इस बात का इंतजार रहता है कि नेपाल उसके पास आए और यही इस वक्त हुआ है। पिछले साल दिसंबर में नेपाल का प्रधानमंत्री बनने के बाद प्रचंड का यह पहला नेपाल दौरा है। प्रचंड जून में भारत दौरे पर आए थे और फिर 16 सितंबर को वे अमेरिका दौरे पर गए थे, जहां उन्होंने संयुक्त राष्ट्र महासभा में हिस्सा लिया। इसके बाद वे चीन पहुंचे हैं और उनके इस दौरे को संतुलन साधने की कोशिश के तौर पर देखा जा रहा है, जो प्रचंड के बयान से भी साफ है। उन्होंने चीन के राष्ट्रपति से कहा कि हांगझाऊ के इस खूबसूरत शहर में आपसे मुलाकात मेरा सौभाग्य है। आपसे मेरी 5वीं मुलाकात है। आप एक बहुत ही दूरदर्शी और महान नेता हैं और नेपाल के सच्चे दोस्त हैं। शी की शान में प्रचंड के इस कसीदे को नेपाल में उनकी कमजोर राजनीतिक हालत से भी जोड़कर देखा जा सकता है। 275 सदस्यों वाली नेपाल की संसद में प्रचंड की पार्टी के महज 32 सांसद हैं। इसके बावजूद प्रचंड न सिर्फ पीएम बन गए, बल्कि उनको उनकी मुख्य विपक्षी पार्टी नेपाल कांग्रेस ने भी समर्थन दे दिया, जो कि 89 सीट जीतकर सबसे बड़ी पार्टी बनकर उभरी थी। ऐसा होने के पीछे बाहरी ताकतों का हाथ बताया गया। नेपाल की अंदरूनी राजनीति में दखल और वामपंथी दलों को चीन से मिल रहे समर्थन से नेपाल कांग्रेस पार्टी जैसी पार्टियां जो है वो नाराज भी रहती हैं। दरअसल नेपाल और चीन के संबंध हिचक और शंकाओं से भरे रहे हैं। चीन बुनियादी ढांचे के विकास और ट्रांस हिमालयन कनेक्टिविटी परियोजनाओं के बहाने नेपाल में गहरी पैठ बनाने की कोशिश में रहता है, लेकिन चीन के भरोसे विकास की बाट जोहने वाले श्रीलंका का हश्र भी नेपाल के सामने है। पिछले 10 साल में 10 बार पीएम बदलता देख चुका नेपाल यूं तो भारत और चीन के बीच का मोहरा नहीं बनना चाहता, लेकिन नेपाल में जो भी सत्ता में आता है, चीन से नजदीकी दिखा या चीनी कार्ड खेलकर भारत पर भी एक अंकुश रखना चाहता है। चीन के दौरे पर गए प्रचंड की भी यही कोशिश लगती है।
Meanwhile, let's just focus to a very important story in back home. In fact, former Wrestling Federation Chief of India and BJP MP Bhushan Sharan Singh, according to the Delhi police, tried to sexually harass women wrestlers whenever he saw an opportunity. This is what the Delhi police has told the court today. The prosecution argued there is sufficient evidence to frame charges against the BJP strongman. Citing an alleged incident from Tajikistan, Delhi police also argued that Mr. Singh knew what he was doing and was well aware of the consequences. Meanwhile, some disturbing visuals are coming in from an anti-encroachment drive where the police had to resort to lathi charge in Uttar Pradesh's Agra. Police action has taken place after a 2-day drive. The police sources have told NDTV that encroachment was done by a religious group which the administration was trying to remove. When the process was going on, the followers of the group in fact turned violent and prevented further action. Stones were pelted at the police officials and also at the journalists, which resulted in the police using force. My colleague Alok has more.
Well, so the police action in Agra has been on for 2 days now. There is a religious group that has allegedly encroached a lot of land in an area called Dayal Bagh in Agra. Now, this encroachment has again allegedly taken place over the past few decades and more. And this appears to be the first time that the administration or any authority is actually taking some action in the case. At least that is what the locals there suggest. Now, what happened yesterday was that bulldozers belonging to the Agra authorities and the police, they went to that area and some of the grates were broken down. And after that, some of the encroachments inside that area were demolished or brought down. Now, what the police are saying is that today there were reports that the gates were again erected. And that's when, a large contingent of the police force and officials reached there. And they found that there were many, many people who are followers of that religious group who were all there. And the police claim, and you can actually also see it in some of the shots, that there was a tremendous amount of stone pelting from the other side. And, even women and children participated in that, and that many policemen and journalists got hurt. And that's when the police also resorted to a lathi charge, is what they are saying. And at the moment, things are tense there, but there is a heavy police presence there. I believe that police cases will either have been filed or are in the process of being filed against those who carried out the stone pelting. Agra, of course, is one of Uttar Pradesh's most famous cities. It's home to the Taj Mahal. I mean, we all know that. And this, I believe, is a large piece of land in the heart of Agra. And the authorities say that they intend to clear it of encroachments, while the other side apparently or appears to claim that there are no encroachments and that this is all land that is legally theirs. But at the moment, a standoff kind of continues, but the administration saying they will take action.
We're slipping into a short break at this moment. News and updates on the other side as well. Stay tuned. Drug menace in Punjab, and the residents of many villages in Punjab are now taking things in their own hand to try and contain this big problem. My colleague Mohammad Ghazali travelled to Malwa region of Punjab to check how the rural areas of the state have formed village level committees to check on the drug menace which is impacting the youth.
The Village Action Committee making late-night announcements asking people to stay vigilant to check the movement of drug peddlers. This has become a usual sight in most villages of Punjab. Village-level Nasha Roko Committee actively patrolling the area even in the late-night hours to check the movement of drug peddlers, with the women also pitching in.
ਨਸ਼ਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਰੋਕਣ ਦੀ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਪੂਰੀ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ ਪੂਰਾ ਪਿੰਡ ਵੀ ਇਸ ਪਿੰਡ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪੂਰਾ ਬੰਦਾ ਇੱਕੋ ਇੱਕ ਬੱਚਾ ਬੁੜੀਆਂ ਨੌਜਵਾਨ ਔਰਤਾਂ ਪੂਰੀਆਂ ਇਸ ਗੱਲ ਤੇ ਪੂਰੀਆਂ ਡਟ ਕੇ ਖੜੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਵੀ ਨਸ਼ੇ ਨੂੰ ਪੂਰਾ ਬੰਦ ਕਰੋ ਸਾਡੇ ਪਿੰਡ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਕਾਈਆਂ ਬਣ ਕੇ ਪਿੰਡ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੇ ਘਰ ਘਰ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਮੋਟਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ 500 ਰੁਪਿਆ ਤੇ ਬਾਕੀ 100 200 ਰੁਪਿਆ ਘਰ ਮਗਰ ਪਾ ਕੇ ਫੰਡ ਵੀ ਇਕੱਠਾ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ
It all started a couple of months ago when this man, Parvinder Singh, who earned the nickname Jhota, the bull on social media, gained popularity for his self-styled campaign against alleged drug smugglers, particularly targeting medical store owners in Mansa and surrounding areas. Parvinder had been making videos and posting them on social media, accusing a section of chemists of supplying pharmaceutical drugs to addicts. In this video, he and his supporters paraded a chemist shop owner for allegedly selling drugs. The police arrested Parvinder Singh in an assault case and later released him after intense protest in the district. And now, this self-styled anti-drug activist has been sitting on a permanent protest, supported by farm unions. They demand a complete ban on drug sale in Punjab.
तो हम लोगों ने सोचा कि जब पुलिस ही नहीं कुछ कर रही है उल्टा हम लोगों को तंग कर लिया है तो हम लोगों ने बुरी तरह इनसे निराश होके खुद पकड़ना शुरू कर दिया नशा
The police say that it is doing more than enough to break the backbone of drug suppliers in the state, from arrests, seizures and now attaching their properties.
हमने मानसा में 60,24,000 की प्रॉपर्टी अटैच करवा दी है इस मंथ में ऑनलाइन जो लीडर्स हैं ऑफ दी सोसाइटी हम उनके साथ मीटिंग कर रहे हैं उनसे फीडबैक ले रहे हैं और जो भी हमारी प्रोग्रेस है हम उनको जाके पब्लिक में बताते हैं दिस इज मोर सो ए कॉन्फिडेंस बिल्डिंग मेजर फ्रॉम बोथ साइड from public as well as from police.
But there seems to be a trust deficit between the public and the police when it comes to checking the drug problem. Just last week, 2 cops in possession of drugs were waylaid by villagers in Punjab's Faridkot and later handed over to the police by the BSF. They were allegedly involved in drug supply, though the police refuted the allegations later.
अगर वो drug trade में है, तो we have strong instructions we will not spare anybody at any level.
Punjab Health Minister Balbir Singh had told the State Assembly in March that nearly 2.62 lakh addicts were under treatment at government de-addiction centres, while private ones housed about 6.12 lakh addicts. He had said that the state possibly had 10 lakh addicts, which was nearly 3% of its total population of 3.17 crore. Punjab has lost an entire generation during militancy, and yet another generation is getting impacted due to drugs. The big question, is there political will to curb the drug menace? With Mohammad Ghazali in Chandigarh, Bureau Report, NDTV.
And come the election, and you'll hear every political party in Punjab talking about this menace, seeking votes, promising they will end it. The problem still continues. That's all the time that we have in this edition. News and updates continue on NDTV. Thank you so much for being with us.